So come to that, please. And it's grade 7 through 12. Okay. Thursday, December 11th, it's the host blood drive. Sign up in Miss Francis' room. You must be 16 to donate. Remember, each donation can save up to 3 lives. So give the gift of life this holiday season. Aloha! Come and enjoy a fun, warm concert at the PHS Ballroom Modern Dance program team up to present Hawaiian holidays. Support the dance classes and teams as they entertain you with fun and unique routines. Buy your tickets in advance from any dance student and they'll only cost $3. Hope to see you making some waves at the concert. Come join us in the Commons for a giant Provo High green pancake. The whole squad will be cooking up batches of giant, and yes, they are green, pancakes for $1 each and a drink for 50 cents. So skip breakfast at home and join us here for breakfast instead on Thursday, December 11th. So that's next week, alright? Come to that. Team America Rocketry Challenge team will be meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So the semester is almost over. Do you need help to pass your classes? Come to the after-school homework lab. It's open from 2:15 to 4:15 Monday through Thursday.
Hey,
awesome tutors will help you with
know
homework
better.
from any class.
You're
so come
quiet.
out to school. And our positive moment for today is say kind things to people you see being bullied, such as, I'm sorry about what happened, and you can come here and play with me, or come sit with us for lunch. So do that if you see someone being bullied. Okay, well everyone please stand for the pledge. We're going to stop here in the hallway.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have a fantastic Friday!
Okay, can everybody get out their writer's notebooks? Now, a couple weeks ago when I was here, I had you guys write an entry about a current event or a social issue. I want you to go back and find that entry. Pardon me? When I had you write about a current event or a social issue, does anybody have the date of that? October 21st was the day we did that? October 21st was the day we did that. What journal entry was that? 13. So go back to your journal entry number 13, please. October 21. Has everybody found that? Who has not found that? Bryant, what did you write about that day?
I can't find it.
All right. Can you remember what you wrote about? It was a long time ago.
School is too much homework.
School is too much homework. Okay. Here's what we're going to do then. You guys, I really need you. We're going to be utilizing, we're going to be utilizing writer's notebooks a lot when you get back from Christmas. And so I need you to take care of it and have it be a separate entity than what you take notes on. Okay? Because that is going to be a true writer's notebook that I'm going to utilize in a way that you will have to go back and reference that, like we're going to do today. Okay? I understand that maybe that's not how it has been in the past, but realize that that will have to be happening. So, yes, yeah.
We're going to write journal entries a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, and we're going to go back and utilize the entries that you've made. Hey, boys, my time.
Ooh, I got a new thing. Issue.
Okay, we're not writing, we're writing about the issue. Sam, did that answer your question? Like we're going to be using it. I'm going to go back to it and we're going to switch things around, okay? Because what we're going to do now is you wrote about a current event or a social issue that's kind of hot right now, and you wrote how you felt about it. Okay, so you kind of took a side on that issue. What I want you to do today is take the other side of that issue and argue the other side. I know, John, craziness, isn't it? What do you think would the benefit, remember we're talking about argument writing, what would the benefit be of you having to analyze an issue from the other side? Yes, Elizabeth.
You can take a lot of people's holes out of your argument if you just argue from one side.
Excellent. So this kind of forces you to see the other side, right? Yes, Jesse.
Well, the other side I was writing on is for ISIS.
Yeah,
Against
do
ISIS.
it.
Okay, but what, you don't think that there's some people who don't like the stance America is taking on ISIS, or think that it should be approaching that issue differently? So you wouldn't have to take ISIS's stand. It's a very good question. But there are different ways to look at that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a really good question. Okay, so back to what Elizabeth was saying. So what aspect of argument writing will this benefit you? The rebuttal, the qualifications, okay? If you are forced to look at your issue from the other side, good morning, we're doing writer's notebooks. That will help you be able to write a rebuttal or a qualification for what the other side will come back on your paper with, okay? So you're saying, okay, but Ms. Christensen, I can't find my entry from that time. Well, then what I want you to do is I want you to pick an issue and whatever you feel about it, write the other side. Yes?
What if the issue is no longer an issue?
Well, then pick an issue that you feel strongly about
Okay.
and argue from the other side. Okay, go through this mental exercise of having to look at the other side and understand maybe where they're coming from and why they feel the way that they do.
My issue is Ebola, but you can't really argue from the side of the virus.
Ebola
Yes?
Well, it's just like you have to look at it in different
You guys
light.
listen to Alex. Hey, Alex has the floor.
So, like, I also had Ebola, but I. But if, like, to me, like, if we're writing that we should go in there and help people, we write, like, a different version. Like,
Hey, you guys! So, Alex, I'm sorry. Alex has the floor right now.
sort of a more, like, conservative thing, like, we should try and distance ourselves from it. Like, you could.
You could look at it from different perspectives, is what
Yeah.
you're saying. Kind of like with Justin's. Does that make sense, Sam? Like if you took the stance of here's what we need to do for this issue, how are other people wanting to approach the issue? Does that give you something to work off? Thank you, Alex. Okay. Mackenzie, did you have something to say?
Well, I was just gonna say I did a lot too, so.
Does that help you to do this differently? Okay. So you guys, what are we going to be doing right now?
Writing the opposite side.
Okay, excellent. And this is going to go for 7 minutes, 5 or 7 minutes. Now here's the thing about writer's notebooks, you guys. You're writing, and you're writing, and you're writing. You are writing for the full time I give you. If you have run out of things to say, you need to be thinking about more things to say. You need to chase your thoughts. If you've already written about something, then look at that and expand your thought process on just one specific part of what you're writing, okay? A free write is where you are continually writing about whatever comes to your mind on that subject. Yes?
So, where are we supposed to write this?
Now we're doing the next, like what entry, what was your last entry? This is a new entry.
7. This one's 7.
So we're going to be on 17. So this,
17.
what did you say?
We're
The
on
last
7.
one was 7.
We started after the last one was 6.
After the last one we start.
Wait, I thought you just said that this one that we did was...
No,
No, we
at the end of the term, we
We
started.
started. Oh, 7, John. Okay, then 7. Look at it. Look at you. Okay, so you're just gonna make a new entry, number 7. Okay, keep on writing. Ready, set, go.
What?
Hey, you guys, this is a no talking time. This is a writing time. A thinking and a writing time. But Alec, it helps if your notebook is open. I should have brought my more seconds to wrap up your thoughts.
You're funny.
Okay. 10 more seconds. Okay, pencils down. So, I'd like some feedback on what you guys thought about this exercise. Justin?
I decided that doing the other side of the argument that you told me to do was too hard, so I just chose ISIS this side.
I'm scared to hear.
Don't get arrested.
Mackenzie?
I actually switched sides.
Did you hear this? She actually switched sides on this issue. Okay, excellent. What else did you guys think?
It was really difficult for me.
Guys, Ben has the floor. Justin?
It was difficult for me because I couldn't come up with any reasons that we needed more homework. But I tried.
You tried. Okay, excellent. Yes.
It was hard, like, not to do it, like, really sarcastically.
Yeah, okay, so I'm glad that you bring that up because as I was writing, because I wrote as well on an issue, and I thought that too. I said, you know, I really want to say something pretty snarky right here, but I wouldn't allow myself to because then that would defeat the purpose of the exercise, right? And I will have you guys know, well, I'm just going to come out and tell you, because I don't think it matters, so you guys know how I stand. I am against orca whales being held in captivity. You guys don't have to be, you can do whatever you want to do on that, and maybe I should as well do that, but I was really trying hard, and I was kind of doing the party line about it, like, oh, you know, they offer a massive amount of entertainment to people, and amusement, they get to go to amusement parks, and we're able to learn more about the species by training them, you know, just blah, 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 what the party line gives us, right? Then I got thinking that everybody who is employed by SeaWorld and similar amusement parks throughout the entire world, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people gainfully employed by that. And because they're employed there, they in turn infuse money into the economy, which helps it circulate and grow. And so there's like the bigger societal benefit to the economy, but there's also like, you know, what if your dad worked for SeaWorld and we said no more whales? Well, then he loses his job, which puts your family in a... Do you see what I'm saying? So like I was able to kind of personalize the other side and see more from their viewpoint. It doesn't mean that I'm necessarily switching sides like Mackenzie did, but I will have to address that, Bryant, in my paper. Do you see what I'm saying with that? And I can more sincerely address it because I can now have empathy for that side. Okay, so who would like to share some, who would like to share? David.
Yay. Give me my turn.
Here we go. You guys, David has the floor.
I think schools should assign more homework. Homework is such an amazing idea. It helps kids learn and make them work for their grade. Who cares if students can't do the homework because of physical, mental, or emotional issues? Who cares if the homework requires materials that the student can't get? Who cares if the students... Who cares about the student's other, more important commitments? As long as the student gets educated, all the other stuff is their problem. School is only here to force kids to work and take up unnecessary time. Forget teaching important things. The Pythagorean theorem is more important than learning on how to pay taxes and other things. Homework will take up any chance they have of learning it otherwise.
I don't know what to say. Do you guys sense that David switched sides on that?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to share? All right, give it to us, Ben.
Teachers should assign more homework. I can't think of a reason for this, but I still have an entry to write. But this could be problematic. I think it's funny. I'm supposed to write about this impossible subject. I guess there is no evidence to support this claim. Well, I guess it's decided. We all have too much homework.
I would like to recommend, ready? Boys, write this down. Alfie Cohen.
I don't know how to spell that.
Is it K-O-H-N?
Ow.
He's a researcher.
Why did I put a K there?
K-O-H-N, I believe. But if you just put an A-L-F-I-E and then K-O-H-N, he is on your guys' side. He is adamantly opposed to homework, and so that will give you something to work with. Okay, does anybody else want to share a sincere entry?
Mine's not sincere, so I can't do it.
No? Okay, that's all right. We don't have to. Okay,
Other side.
Mine's not
you guys can put your writer's notebooks away now. Can you guys pass?
There is
Okay, you guys.
What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to mail it to the government?
You guys are up to 10 seconds of staying with me after the bell. And now you're up to 20, but keep on going, Ben. I've got time, Ben. 25 seconds. And the 25 seconds will only start when you're all in your seats. I don't think that you can get up and start talking because that's my time. Okay, I have passed out some of those extras. Thank you. We took an assessment on claims a little bit ago, and I think that we need to go over it again. So I made another sheet, and up here reminded you guys of what a claim includes and what a claim does not include. Would somebody like to read for me what a claim includes on the left-hand side of the box? David?
The claim includes a logical argument that clearly states the position on the issue, a logical and relevant evidence, a paper's endpoint, specificity.
Specificity. Okay, I'm not sure about that word. Who would like to read what a claim does not include? Justin.
Opinion in the evidence. Religion, morals, obvious arguments, tradition.
Okay, so what I want you guys to do now is go through and read the claims, say in this middle box whether it is or is not a claim, and then explain why. And by the explanation, if you see that morals are used to make the claim, then you just say no, morals, or no, religion, or yes, and say why, because this is logical and it's relevant evidence. David?
So it says no opinions in the evidence. What, can't you have evidence of this dude saying, I think that this happened? Like if it was at this, like the SeaWorld whatever thing, and you're trying to prove that the trainer was treating the whale incorrectly, couldn't you have some evidence of this guy saying, I think that she was treating him not well because of this and this and this?
Wouldn't that be moral?
Yeah, the first one has.
If you have, if you have an expert saying something about it, that is your evidence. Is it that expert's opinion on it? It's an educated opinion. But like my professors at BYU, they have their doctorates in whatever class I'm taking from them. So they use all of their education and knowledge to form an opinion. Does that make sense? So that's why they are experts on it, and what they say is my evidence. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
Okay, Bryant?
The first one has a moral, an opinion, but it also has logical and relevant evidence.
Okay, but if it has an opinion, you may think that it's logical, but what if I don't agree with your opinion? Then is it logical to me? No. Justin?
I think
Good question, though.
Number 4 is not a claim because it's a fact.
It's a fact, right?
Right? Okay. You guys? Okay. Ready? We're going to get started, and I'm going to walk around, and answer questions that you guys may have, okay? And make sure that you're on point.
And you're calling David.
Pardon, Alex? Down to earth?
Down to earth.
Down to earth is
Humble.
where she's kind of like with the people. Because Jennifer Lawrence kind of came from humble circumstances, and so she's not like this hoity-toity holiday royalty that thinks she's all above everything.
Like
She's
Kim
just like
Kardashian.
a normal person. Yeah, Kardashians are not down to earth.
And they never will be.
Okay, so this is not a test necessarily, but I want you guys to try and work it out on your own, and if you have questions, let me know. Because you guys have done this before. But do not hesitate to ask me questions.
And they must be vegetables.
Like if you need to work through something, we can do that. Are you guys good with this, or did you want to go through the number first one as a class?
So what did you say again? Well, now hold on, wait a minute. We really can't afford it? Because what if we took money that's allocated for different reasons and put it towards Christmas? We could do that, for instance. But more importantly, in the first sentence, what would I take exception to? That they deserve to die. Good question.
Oh, and there's the back, you guys. Okay, who needs more time? While you're on your question.
Computer programming. I have no homework and I learned programming. That's actually a good skill because there's a ton of jobs for people that keep poking me and nothing.
Okay, who needs more time? Okay, you guys, if you're finished, there's other people still working, so try and be quiet. Read a book for a little bit. Or I suppose what you could do is silently compare your answers to somebody sitting next to you. See if they agree with everything. Okay, let's go over this as a class. Number one. What did we get for number one?
No.
Okay, why is it a no?
Because it says I think.
I think, which is an opinion, and there's religion and morals involved in there, isn't it? Okay. Number two.
No. Obvious answer.
Worms are white, round, and they grow under the ground, and
they're vegetables.
they aren't vegetables. They don't think so.
Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Number three.
Yes. A logical argument that clearly states the position of the official.
So it's very specific, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyways, if you have questions on this or if you have a different opinion, now's the time to bring this up so that we can learn from this together, okay? Number four. Oh, Mackenzie has a question.
So on number three, students are more likely to be off task. There's no real evidence that it's bringing you up other than really opinion. So could that be no?
But it's still logical.
No, because they will have to use supporting evidence to back that up. Like I was at a conference last month and this speaker took her class, so I guess this isn't laptops, but took them to computer lab. Well, they were supposed to be doing this specific assignment and the computer was tracking every single website that all of the students went to. And so the next day, she had all of the websites put up on the board and how much time had been spent on there. And the students were so distracted by the computers. Like they were off on Facebook, they were off visiting this site and that site, not doing the task at hand. And so there is evidence to support that students using laptops in class aren't necessarily on task. Again?
Also, but if you do have a laptop, it does allow you to do better research because you have a whole plethora of research sites and places you can do it.
So you're looking at a qualification or a rebuttal. Good job. Is this about the content of this or about the concept of whether or not it's a claim? You're going to argue.
Yes. No.
Okay, David.
No. If there's somebody that says just something that's widely known, something that's basically a fact but it's not proven, so something like this sports team is better than this sports team, it's not necessarily 100% true. Can somebody use that since it's widely known, but it's just not a fact, can somebody use that as an evidence?
Use what as evidence?
The fact that this sports team is better than that sports team.
Because of these things.
No, so your claim is the Seahawks are better than the 49ers.
No. The claim is some random claim, and then as evidence, you're using something that isn't a fact.
Oh,
but it's widely known.
You have to have evidence to back it up. Like if I was to say the Seahawks are a better team than the 49ers, I couldn't just say because they won on Thanksgiving Day, trounced on Thanksgiving Day actually. I would have to say, for the following reasons, the Seahawks are better than the 49ers, and I would use statistics from their players to point that out. Okay? Teresa.
So you can use the opinion in your claim, but not in your evidence? Or can you not use
Give me an example.
So, like,
Hey, you guys, who's asking a question that's relevant?
with that, it's like this sports team is better than that sports team because of facts.
Yeah, you would have to say because of these
So you
reasons.
can't use opinion.
Well, let's be honest, that in argument writing, the very fact that it's an argument is you're trying to prove it. And so it is your opinion that this is why, because of this evidence. Okay? But to say, I think abortion is wrong because of moral reasons and religious reasons, yeah. David and Ben, are you guys going to get us off task? Because
No,
I'm not
but this
going
is
there.
the same thing that I was saying earlier, but
Okay.
it's just different. So, let's say the claim is something like the AFC is not as good as the NFC, and then as your evidence you're saying because the Seahawks are better than the Bills. That's not a proven fact or anything, but it's widely known. Can you use that as evidence?
No, and here's what I would say as a teacher of claims.
Could you say
The problem is inherent in your claim. Your claim is much too broad. The AFC is better than the NFC. Like you can't. There's so many trains of thought for how they're better. If you were more specific in saying the AFC is the AFC hires coaches with longer experience or coaches that have more wins, well then you can prove that. You have to say like what they are specifically better at. To say they're an overall general broader better, that would like take a 100-page report to list all of the reasons of how they're better and why they're better. You would have to hone in your argument so that you could have focused evidence to support. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so your claims really need to be focused and streamlined. Yes.
Could you say something like the Seahawks are better than the Browns because they have more wins, they have more playoff wins, and they have more championships?
You could if you wanted to, but I would then ask you, well, better how? In what ways? Like it's not all about the victory. What is their offensive line statistics? What is their overall yardage? Do you see what I'm saying?
They have more offensive.
Okay, we're not going to get into an argument on the games, but you guys are asking good questions that deal with how to frame a better argument. What number are we on?
4.
4. We're skipping 4 because we know the answer and we're not arguing.
Yeah, and always arguing.
Number 5.
Phase 4, no, I really.
Okay, here we go. Number 4 is definitely a no because it's an opinion.
It's a fact.
It's illogical. Beauty does not correlate to great acting. Okay, pointing back to Cindy Crawford. Not a fact. Okay, number 5.
And obvious arguments are all 4.
Number 5. Jack, with you? What did you get for number 5?
I know, I'm getting there.
Okay, Elizabeth, what did you get for number 5? Why?
Does this one work?
Okay, excellent. Who are you to say if somebody deserves to die? Okay, number 6.
Yes.
Why did you say yes?
Because it includes facts and logical reasoning.
Okay, and
And
so
it's still pretty specific.
The Lord of the Flies should be taught in high school because it discusses important topics like human, family, and inequality, all issues commonly on the AP test. So we could go into the text of the Lord of the Flies and pull out evidence that shows that it talks about these themes, right? Okay. Number 7.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
A logical and relevant.
Okay. Number 8.
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because it has fat and water.
It stands.
Okay, number 9.
No.
Why?
I
Moral.
think the end is like it's immoral.
The entire thing was good, and then the end.
Number 10. Number 10 was a difficult one because the claim in and of itself packed a lot that you guys may not understand. But were you able to fitter through it?
Yes.
What'd you guys get?
Yes.
Why?
It has stance and support.
Okay, it's logic and argumentative. Brian, I would hate to take that book away because I love that you're reading it. Okay. Next, so you guys are good on the claim system. So are there any questions on that? No. Okay. We are next going to move into our paragraph template. So we've talked about claim, we've talked about the subpoints.
Oh wait, I do.
David, you have a question?
So let's say that this dude was arguing for the tomato to be a vegetable or a fruit, you know, something that doesn't matter. But he says that the tomato is a fruit because it's red. He's arguing for something, but he doesn't have good evidence. So would that still count as a claim?
I wouldn't in my classroom.
It's still subject to
You got Justin, Jane, you guys. Can you argue anything? Like, have you ever argued with an idiot? You can argue anything, right? But when we're talking about argument writing, my job is to help you be good arguers, okay? That has relevant evidence that supports an important claim. So when Mr. Ritchie and I determine what you guys are going to be writing on when you get back from Christmas, it's not going to be something inane, okay? It's going to be something that is important that you can really sink into, all right? And we're not sure what it is yet. Something to anticipate gleefully over Christmas break. Okay, so do you guys remember what kind of the blueprint for an argument paper looks like? So we know that we have
Claim.
Okay, you obviously want to say something.
It has a claim, and then evidence, and then qualifications, and a conclusion.
Excellent, I love it. What is the claim in?
The first and last paragraph.
Okay,
Well,
it's in the first introductory paragraph, and it's usually at the end, for our purposes. In real world writing, it can be found in the middle of the paper, it can be found at the end of the paper, but for us it's going to be an introductory paragraph, and the claim is going to be at the end of it. And then you have paragraphs that have your supporting evidence for the subpoints of your claim. And then at the end you have your conclusion, and what does the conclusion consist of?
Concluding.
You're restating, basically, succinctly your evidence and your claim. Okay, but we're going to talk about what's going to go on into the body of the paper. That's what we call the paragraphs that support your evidence, all right? So, we've made a little template. I hope that you guys are keeping all of this because we're going to refer back to these when I'm back after Christmas, when we like really jump into argument writing, and then we'll be done with it for a while. Yeah, I know. So, who wants to read for us what a paragraph template is? The first topic sentences. Thank you, David.
Topic sentence. This sentence is the first sentence of a paragraph and summarizes the main idea of the paragraph. All the following sentences will add information that expands upon or supports the idea stated here.
Okay, so if we're talking about argument writing, we have our introductory paragraph already, because this doesn't necessarily pertain to the introductory paragraph. This is what comes after. This paragraph template comes before introduction, after introductions and before conclusions, okay? So when it talks about this has the main idea of your paragraph, for argument writing, what is the main idea going to be? So you're talking about the evidence, right? So the topic sentence of your paragraph is going to be the evidence for your first subpoint. Okay, so let's say that we have our introduction paragraph already done. And now we're talking about paragraph 1. Okay? Paragraph 1 is going to address the first subtopic in your thesis. And so you're going to start out paragraph 1 with the evidence that supports that claim. Okay? Supporting sentences. Who wants to read number 2? Justin.
The second sentence identifies the first major supporting detail. The third sentence brings up a second supporting detail. Similarly, the fourth sentence mentions the third supporting detail. Additional sentences can be added here for additional supporting detail or to the provided one or lengthy supporting detail, separate, easier to read sentences.
Okay, and who wants to read conclusion? Jane.
Conclusion. The last sentence of your paragraph is your concluding sentence, which quickly ties your supporting thoughts together. It also might restate your first topic sentence using different terms.
All right, excellent. So, are there any questions on this template? On these 3? Because now we're going to move into the example paragraph that it gives you. And so I want us to come up with, in this example, well, let's read it through together as a class. Who wants to read this paragraph? Thank you, Dave. You guys, I'm going to start cold calling on people to start reading if you're not going to volunteer. Not that I don't absolutely appreciate and enjoy David's voice. But you guys are going to have to step up and support the class in this. David, go.
The benefits
Oh,
of
stop. While you're reading through this, be looking for the topic sentence. Be looking for supporting sentences that support the topic sentence, and then look for the conclusion sentence. Because we're going to come up here on this wonderful smartboard that Mr. Ritchie put up for us, and we're going to be underlining the topic sentence, supporting the sentences, and conclusion. So be paying attention and follow along. David.
The benefits of social networking websites have the potential to outweigh the dangers of such websites. While social networking does curb real-life interaction with one's peers, it also provides shy, introverted, or socially awkward youth with a new avenue of communication that often makes it easier to connect and form relationships. A sharp increase in cyberbullying is an unfortunate result of social networking. The sites like Facebook also give people the opportunity to build a larger network of support. Additionally, while unmonitored teens and young adults may post photographs and information that could damage their features and make them less desirable to potential employers, responsible and well-guided youth have the chance to build working relationships and create a stronger presence in the working world. Even though there are a large number of risks and downfalls associated with social networking, when the tool is used correctly, youth are instructed on correct usage. It offers considerable positives. What?
Okay.
Oh, and there's an and there. That would make it all better.
That makes sense. Thank you very much. Okay, so take about 30 seconds to review this paragraph, and I'm going to say the dreaded word.
No.
Okay, we're going to get through this. Annotated paragraph. Okay, you guys, check it out. I've annotated the paragraph. Is it painful?
Yes.
You can hardly see what I said. I put brackets around the topic sentence and put TP off to it. And then I put brackets around a supporting sentence and said SS, okay? That's all I'm asking you in this annotation. We'll get into annotations in a hardcore later on.
No!
We did that last year. We don't need that.
No. Are you kidding me? I'm a senior in college. I still annotate everything I read. So, take a couple minutes to find your topic sentences, your supporting sentences, and your conclusionary sentence, okay? And then I'm going to cold call you to come up and underline.
What's cold call?
Cold call means I'm just going to call on you. You know, I'm not going to ask for volunteers, so everybody better be aware. I'm giving you time to do this. Is it ready?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You only have one support sentence. Don't go into English.
Does anybody have questions? Of course you do. Okay, I'm going to come them up. Are you ready to be called on? Oh, here comes. Hey, you guys, how many supporting sentences are there in this paragraph?
Like 3.
There's 3, so if you haven't found 3, look again.
We're supposed to find supporting sentences.
That was funny. Oh, there's one topic section, 3 support sentences, and one conclusion. All the sentences
Remember, I'm going to school calling in, or wanting I'm going to call. Okay, you guys, we're going to take 1 more minute. If you have questions, now's the time to ask, because I'm just going to call on anybody I want to. Ben, did you have your hand raised?
Yeah, I had a I'm noticing this, I'm just noticing that this paragraph is perfectly aligned with this section. 3 support sentences in order. This, you can just say, oh, here's this, last sentence, first sentence, the rest goes.
Is every text going to make it work easy on you?
Just a giant like can.
Right there, exactly, because it's going to get tougher.
Okay, you guys, if your level of talking is leading me to believe that you are done.
So Ben brought up the good point. He said, really, this paragraph is like perfectly aligned with everything that you read up here. There's one topic sentence, and then there are 3 supporting sentences, and then there's a conclusion. You know what? He's right. And is every paragraph that we read going to follow this alignment perfectly?
Yes.
No. But this is what's called modeling, where it is teaching you something and then it's modeling what it's taught so that you can learn on an incremental level. This is scaffolding your learning. So take it while you can, because it's not always going to be this easy. In other paragraphs, you will have to hunt for this information. Okay? So, Matt, I gave you fair warning. Can you come up and underline for us a supporting sentence and explain to us why? Well, you know what? Actually, topic sentence. We have to do the topic sentence first. Because then the next people I call on to do a supporting evidence, I need you to explain why it supports, how it supports the topic sentence.
Probably should get happy birthday, Matt. That's a good one.
Look here.
That's a highlighter.
Hey, highlighter might be a good idea. I think it's off.
Yeah,
highlight it. Highlight it.
Fix it.
Highlight it. Highlight it.
Do what I want. Don't use the pen. Let him do what he wants.
Use your lighter.
Okay, can you read that for us? That's perfect. Can you read it for us?
Benefits of social networking websites have the potential to outweigh the dangers of such websites.
Thank you. So in our supporting sentences, we're going to be looking for how those sentences support that the benefits of social networking have the potential to outweigh the dangers of it. Okay? Are we ready, you guys?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to... And it went to David. No, I'm not doing that. Megan Hunter.
Wow, David.
Okay. Megan, we just need you to underline a supporting sentence and then tell us how it supports the topic. Hey, you guys. Pay attention. Okay, now hold on. You guys, this is where Megan has the floor. Because you guys are thinking this is so not hard, Ms. Christensen, and you're right. But when you have to explain it, why would I want you guys to explain how this supports the topic sentence?
So we actually know.
Justin.
So we can actually know how to identify supporting sentences, and that we can learn from this and write our own.
Okay, so because when I'm looking through the paragraphs that I'm eventually going to have you write, am I going to look for how your supporting sentences support the topic sentence?
Yes.
Okay, so Megan, explain to us.
So it's saying that it has that the benefits outweigh the bad things, and it's saying one of the benefits, which is like shy.
Hey, oh, I'm sorry, Megan, not everybody's paying attention. Keep on going, Megan.
So it's saying that shy and socially awkward youth still get to have social relationships.
Okay, and saying that outweighs the negative. Excellent, good job. Thank you. Okay.
I'm not volunteering, but I have a question.
Okay. I'm not taking volunteers. I'm taking full time.
Okay, but it's kind of telling about how it provides for shy, introverted, or socially awkward youth.
Oh,
It's
you
a
guys.
really specific area, so it's not quite very good because then there's so much other there's a bunch of other areas and groups of besides just the socially awkward.
That it can be detrimental too? No, I understand that. Good, very good point. Mackenzie, do you have a comment?
Yeah, and also, like, it doesn't really prove that outweighs, it just shows that there are benefits for the downfalls. But it doesn't really, like, for me, that doesn't really seem like that outweighs the cyberbullying.